Tube, I just wanted to offer a couple of thoughts on yesterday's little bit of drama. So Camille Gregor and Trey Jadlow had a hangout, a third part to their hangouts, where they discussed trolley problems, ironically morality. And at the end of it, ironic, you'll see why. At the end of it, Trey basically said that the atheist community was filth and full of bottom feeders. I was in the audience watching that and thinking that he and I had a good conversation the other day. I decided to ask if he considers myself filth and a bottom feeder. He went on to cite something that's actually been a problem for him. Was the one time that I shared my daughter and my Snapchat drawings to each other. My daughter's 20 years old, and as a point of humor and relief, kind of comic relief, she and I draw penises on ourselves or other people, like my wife sitting at the airport and I draw a penis on her when she doesn't realize it. Um, this has been just a little bit of humor between us that I look forward to, actually. It's something that brightens my day, not because it's about a penis, but because it's a humorous drawing from my daughter. And yes, I find them humorous. People with giant schlongs hanging off, it's kind of funny. And it's just been a symbol of the type of relationship I have with my daughter. Um, so Trey then went on to say in a subsequent post that my parenting was beyond the pale and that I should be ashamed of my fathering. I say that he actually said I should be ashamed as a father, but I'm not ashamed of my daughter, and I don't think didn't take him to mean that I should be ashamed of my daughter. Although she's a 20-year-old atheist bottom feeder too who draws penises, so maybe I should be ashamed of her then. Um, this hasn't conduced to any type of behavior that I see as unwanted. My kids are stellar. He actually chose to attack the greatest, or not the greatest part about me, but certainly one of the stronger things that are in my life. My kids are exceptional. They're all near 4.0 GPAs or higher. Both two of them quite a bit higher. Both all high achieving, all engaged in charity and heavily. They're they are standouts. They're kids I don't deserve in any way. I wasn't at all like that, and I didn't do much to foster this. I think that there were choices we made early on, and I think some of the principles we've taken up with our kids have rubbed off on them. Such that they do these things, but I've never disciplined my kids. I've never grounded them. I've never had to talk to them once about homework. They just do it on their own. It's really weird. It's weird because I never did homework. I was terrible. So I'm not a great parent, but I certainly don't have bad kids, and certainly don't see any reason to think that these drawings have somehow demonstrated any type of adverse or undesired, manifested in any way that was undesirable. In any case, I think Trey's bitter about the community. I think he's bitter about shows like TST and getting ripped on by people in comment threads. I don't think Trey's doing particularly well in getting his message out. Um, and a lot of it has to do with Trey. And my advice to Trey would be that the advice that has just served me so well, we all get the conversations we deserve. When you treat it as sport and chuckles and deride people, when you don't treat them with respect or their arguments with respect, they're not going to treat you with respect. Now, some people are just going to be dicks, right? I get that. There are atheist dicks, there are Christian dicks, and those people we can just ignore. Some people would argue Trey is one of those individuals. I actually think Trey is well meaning, and I can have a conversation with Trey. But what I don't appreciate, and this is one of the reasons why I stopped hanging out with him in the first place, is that I feel like I've built up goodwill with Trey, and then he takes a giant shit on me. Now, I don't take it personally, and I like you, Trey, and I would like to have interactions that are honest and we can work towards issues. But when you characterize it as such, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth because we just got done having a good conversation. Now, the other thing that happened in that hangout is at the tail end of it, Trey seemed to suggest that I had denied him the opportunity to get at my view. Now, we've had 3 conversations in the past where, and 2 in particular, where it was just me and him. And we did that, where we just kind of rumbled around in each other's views. And I laid out views at length with him. And if I didn't, Trey, go ahead and say so. But you said it yesterday as if I've denied you this opportunity. We've had hangouts like that. Now, I had made a series of videos that were objections, listed objections to your view. And this hangout that we had this last Saturday was to go over those objections. You wanted to be able to respond. And so I laid out and tried to keep you in terms of responding to those, because my views and my worldview doesn't impact yours. You have to answer for yours. I will answer for mine. So we can have an isolated conversation talking about yours. And the tu quoque was an example of you not answering for yours and pointing back to mine, right? You were pointing to me saying I was inconsistent. Anyway, that's a fallacy. And we've been over that. But this characterization that somehow I denied you an opportunity isn't true. I said that we could do more in the future. And honestly, after yesterday's little interaction, I'm not sure that I want it. Now, I understand that you're bitter with the community and the community isn't great. But just ignore those parts and don't contribute to those parts. You get the conversations you deserve. And if you don't like the conversations you're having, find other conversations, right? It's not hard. Anyway, cheers. Thank you to everybody for the support. I wasn't hurt at all. Everything was fine. My conscience wasn't hurt. Trey asked me privately, am I upset because I actually felt shame, which was kind of comical. I don't feel any shame at all. Clear conscience. Cheers. Everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.